Hello, children. All right. Mr. Ibragim Sagov. He's got a title match coming up at East First West 20 with Mr. Dave Chafee. He's the current 115 champion. He's got a super match record of 3-2. Most of these are at 115. He's got one match at 105. Of his 5 super matches, 3 of them were shutouts. He won all 3 of them. So, every single super match, he wins at least 2 rounds. For 115 kilogram guy, his measurements are fairly typical. 21 centimeter wrist. That's right. That's right in the distribution. None of these measurements are really that out of the ordinary. He's from Russia. A lot of good arm wrestlers coming out of Russia these days. All right. Not the hardest puzzle to figure out. He's when the ref says go, he's gonna shoulder roll. He's gonna shoulder roll everything, whether it's working for him or not. And it works more often than it doesn't. But he's shoulder rolling. He isn't changing it. He must be just a brutal guy to practice with. I bet his practice opponents just go home sore all the time. Being a shoulder roller, he's probably pretty quick and pretty powerful. And that's what this slide shows. We'll just start at the bottom. Ready goes. He won 12, tied 112, tied 14, lost 3. So he's pretty quick. You know, he's win and go as often as he's tying. 9 flash pins. He never got pinned, so he gets into position pretty quickly. He's 15-7 on rounds. Of the rounds he won 2 of those on fouls. That was against this guy. He pinned 13 out of his 15 wins. Every single time with a shoulder roll, of course. That's all he does. Losses: 7 pins, 0 fouls, 0 forfeits. Looks like he got top rolled 3 times, then hooked 4 times, but this is a misnomer. These top rolls started as a hook, and then the opponent just transitioned to a top roll, like right at the pin pad. So basically, all his losses came from a hook puller. All his wins came from him shoulder rolling. The guy has not been in the straps. Okay, so if he's on the buckle side, he does a little bit better than if he doesn't have the buckle side. There might be something here with the shoulder roll. Maybe the refs are a little more lenient to a shoulder roller if they're looking at the back of their hand. I'm not sure. This is an anomaly, but interesting nonetheless. All right. He's getting about 2 matches per round, which puts him at the low end of the distribution. There's only, let's see, of all the stats I've done so far, he's tied with 2 folks. He gets a free grip, 24 times. A referee grip 17. Again, no strap. So not a hard guy to grip up with. He gets the, you get your own free grip with him more often than you're going to get a referee's grip. I wonder if this was the opponent's forcing a referee grip to try to slow the match down. Either way, not a hard guy to set up with. Oh, that's it. I guess if you only have 5 super matches and you only have 1 move, your stats video goes a lot quicker. So, let's talk about arm wrestling in literature. Today we look at the TV series Jamestown. In season 2, episode 8, they basically run a documentary on how all of England arm wrestles. I guess it's common in English arm wrestling for men to arm wrestle women. This is Jocelyn, by the way. She's a star. This guy has no name, and he has a very weird dialect, so you'd think they'd at least give him a name. But anyways, if you are arm wrestling in the American colony, at an English settlement in the American colonies, women get to sit down, men have to stand. But I don't know if that's an advantage. I think that's a disadvantage for the women. So arm wrestling is pretty misogynistic. So the men get to stand. They get to outweigh the woman by a factor of 2. And let's see, there's no refs, so I'm not exactly sure how they initiated go on here. Anyways, Jocelyn didn't do too well, but mostly that came from her grip. You can see she grips low. She lets the no-name laborer bend his wrist before go. She gives up knuckle height, probably web height. She's not capping. Neither is this guy. This guy's not capping either, but he's just going blast sideways. Jocelyn should have, gotten a better grip, capped her thumb, certainly not straightened out this finger some a little bit. I don't know why she's grabbing this big hand so low. Probably should have stood up. Probably should have gained 100 pounds. Probably should have used steroids. Probably should have done a bunch of things. Probably shouldn't have been arm wrestling this filthy guy when she's all in her pretty going to church, going to meeting clothes. Anyways, if you're interested in how the English brought arm wrestling to America, Season 2, Episode 8, there's a link here. It'll be in the description. Call your mom, do your JM presses, kids. All right, thank you. We'll catch you later.